Good evening, I'm Eric Franke. First at 10, a story only News 3 has tonight. Security has been stepped up at Madison's Water Utility locations after reports an employee is making violent threats, including that he would allegedly, quote, do harm to his supervisor's residence if he could figure out how to get away with it. News 3's David Douglas has that story in our news center tonight. David?
That employee, Eric, has worked at the water utility for about 20 years and has complained in the past that he didn't like being supervised by someone he perceived to be a lesbian.
In this day and age, you don't take any risks with comments like that.
Comments a Madison Water Utility employee, Michael Pfefferly, allegedly made against his supervisor, co-workers, and workplace.
One of the more colorful threats that's alleged to have been made was that the person wanted to return to the workplace and go out in a blaze of glory.
The strong language prompted Assistant City Attorney Roger Allen to obtain a restraining order against Pfefferly, barring him from showing up at the water utility or contacting any city employee.
This is the first time in my 14 years with the city where we've had to pursue a restraining order against one of our own employees.
Dane County Sheriff's detectives learned of the threats Pfefferly may have made while investigating a domestic violence case involving his girlfriend. Records show he's been charged for allegedly picking her up and slamming her to the floor multiple times, strangling and suffocating her by placing a large ice pack to her face. Pfefferly does have a history of domestic violence. In the 90s, he pleaded no contest to beating his then-wife, duct taping her mouth, wrists, and ankles, and making her believe he was going to kill her. As for the workplace threats, nothing is proven and remains under investigation.
There will have to be both a determination by the police department and the district attorney's office what's the appropriate criminal action to take.
Pfefferly faces 2 felony charges for the domestic violence case and is out of jail tonight on electronic monitoring.
David, what about his work history at the utility? Do we know anything there?
Well, we should say right now he's suspended, but I'm told he just returned from medical leave and began a new job as a hydrant inspector, and his performance is, quote, acceptable. A coworker says, though, Pfefferly does a great job and he does not believe the threats are credible. As for Pfefferly himself, his phone is disconnected and we could not reach him in person either.
David Douglas in our news center tonight. David, thank you very much.